It's Tuesday, the 28th of April 2015, and I'm at Henley to do a 9-mile walk along the Thames Path to Reading. And this is Henley Bridge. Now heading out of Henley along the Thames Path. Another beautiful river view on the outskirts of Henley. And there's confirmation that we're on the official Thames Path. We're about to head over to Marshlock Island on a wooden causeway. Now on the causeway there's a view of a weir, and there's a view of the causeway. Quite dramatic. The view along the causeway, another weir over to the right. Close up of the weir, quite dramatic. And there's Marshlock, and there's the causeway that heads back to the north bank of the Thames. Now heading back along the causeway to the north bank of the River Thames. Still on the Thames Path, of course. And there's a view looking up the River Thames from the causeway. Now on some meadows beside the Thames. Now I've left Henley behind, it's a bit more isolated. Very good weather today. And there's a great view looking back the way I've just come. Superb meadow by the Thames. And there's another Thames Path sign. And that's the way forward along that enclosed path. Still heading along the Thames Path, although for this section we've actually left the bank of the Thames for a distance. Now heading along this path by this road. At this fork, the walk takes the left-hand way. The Thames Path bears right away from the road along this narrow path. The Thames Path heads along this narrow track beside the Henley branch railway line. The Thames Path crosses the Henley branch railway line at the level crossing at Shiplake station. The Thames Path turns left along Mill Road. At this point, the Thames Path turns left off the road up there. A short way along, the path takes this footpath off to the right. Now right along this road, we should be joining the towpath by the Thames again very shortly. Now left along this metalled footpath, back to the river. Now we're back at the river, we turn right along the towpath, and as you can see from the sign, Reading 6 miles. And we've come 3 miles from Henley. And there's a view along the Thames from where we just turned right, back along the towpath. Glorious view of the sun dappling on the river. And there's the towpath of the Thames Path. Another great view of the river ahead there. The towpath comes close to the Thames at this point. And here's a duck interlude. Right by the bank of the Thames they are. Superb views ahead. A nice open area of the towpath. Great views over to my right from the towpath. And there's the Thames Path ahead, and there's the Thames through the trees. Beautiful view across the river from this point. We're now approaching Sonning Bridge. There ahead is the 18th century 11-arched Sonning Bridge. You can't see all the arches from here. This is about 3 miles from Reading. And there's another view of Sonning Bridge. We need to cross the bridge as the towpath goes along the other side of the Thames. There's the towpath ahead. Now on the other side of the Thames, the walk is approaching Sonning Lock. Now at Sonning Lock, where there's a place to get a cup of tea. And here's the view from the garden of the tea place at Sonning Lock. And here is the garden of the tea place at Sonning Lock. here's an interesting visitor to the tea place. Now back on the walk after the tea interlude, and a nice wide stretch of the river here, heading towards Reading now, and there's the towpath. Another splendid river view ahead. Again, just a tremendous view. The path comes to this huge wide open meadow, and you can start to see some of the buildings of Reading. That's the Thames Path ahead. Great views ahead along the Thames, some interesting coppice trees. Still heading into Reading. You can hear some of the traffic on the roads on the outskirts. And here's the glorious view looking back the way I've just come. And here's where the River Kennet joins the Thames. The Thames Path goes over the footbridge. On the other side of the footbridge, there's this interesting waymarker. You would hardly guess that you're in the centre of Reading almost. To the left, there's a view across King's Meadow. And there's Reading Bridge, and as you can see, building work is going on the bridge. This is where I shall be leaving the Thames Path to head towards Reading Station. Now at Reading Station, and the end of today's walk along the Thames Path.